Hey guys, so I wanted to do a quick little speed test and camera test comparison here between the Lenovo K3 Note and the Meizu M2 Note. So both these budget notes here going head to head to see which one gives you the most bang for buck. And we're going to start them both up here at the same time. So for those not aware of the specs, this is 2 gigs of RAM versus 2 gigs of RAM, both MediaTeks as well, which is very nice with the Mali GPUs. And full HD displays as well. Which are very nice. So you can see the Lenovo does come on a bit quicker here, nevertheless. And the M2 Note does take its time to load all that slimy. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Wow, takes its time. But it's worth it for all those gestures, eh? And we're still waiting. Hopefully it will boot up. Getting a bit worried now. Please boot up, I've only just bought you. Don't do this to me. Whoa. Optimizing app. That's weird. I didn't ask for any apps to be optimized. Talk about doing it at an inconvenient time. It's not done this actually when I have restarted it before, so I was wondering like what was going on here. So while it's doing this, I might as well do a little mini review here of these two handsets now that I've been playing with them a little bit. So I think first things first, I do prefer the build quality here on the M2 Note. It does feel actually a lot more premium than it is. Yes, it's like a full kind of metallic design, but compared to the K3 Note, the K3 Note just feels very cheap when it comes to these buttons here, as well as the plastic back here, whereas this one feels like they've put a little bit more time and attention into it. I do like this kind of front button here. It looks quite nice and a bit like a Samsung device, obviously. But it does give it like an air of class here, whereas you don't get that on the K3 Note. You obviously get these buttons here, which I don't think they light up actually, so it can be a bit annoying to see them in the dark. In terms of the actual displays, yeah, I think in general the about comparable really, both full HD obviously. I did notice when I was out and about with these two that the M2 Note seemed to get a little bit brighter and I could see the screen a little bit more. Maybe they've got some sort of technology in there to help with that. Nevertheless though, I do think that you're going to get about comparable when it comes to the actual displays here. Both very good for saying that you're not paying too much in regards to the price. Usually you only get like a 720p at this price point. I think they're both protected as well. In fact, I'm not actually sure if the K3 Note is protected. I think the Meizu is protected with some sort of glass hardener like Dragon Tooth or something, but I'll probably check that out a little bit more so that I'm aware of that. Both coming with 16 gigs internal storage, so that is quite nice. You're not going to be skimping for storage, and obviously both coming with 13 megapixel cameras, which I've done a test in this video which I can show you, so you can see which one gives you the better performance here. Personally, I think that maybe the M2 Note would give better performance. I think it's a Sony sensor versus the OmniVision sensor in the K3 Note. I do like the M2 Note's positioning of the speaker as well compared to the one on the K3, which is on the back, which is a bit annoying. So the battery life as well on the M2 Note probably going to be a little bit better here. I think we're getting slightly higher, 3100 mAh versus the nearly 3000 in the K3 Note, and the one in the M2 Note is a Sony battery apparently, so maybe that makes it a little bit better as well. And I think we're getting there now with the M2 Note, probably the longest boot up there for quite a while. And wow, it seems to completely like rearranged my screen here, whatever it was doing there. I don't know exactly why it did that, but you can see it seems to have rearranged my screen. I did have everything nice and tidy, so I'm going to have to put it back to normal. But nevertheless, we can see here how the speed is on both of them here in general, and we can start off just open up some apps, such as the day-to-day ones. So the K3 looking a little bit sharper here. It's about 3-0. Let's enable that. So we'll skip that one. Vortex. So again, the K3 here, very nice and quick. And WhatsApp, again, quite quick there. So we can just go to a web page here. So you can see there the K3 very quick. And again, seem to load the images a bit quicker. Motorola lost its way, eh? It's not good to see. So you can see there straight away, I think, you know, this one, K3 Note, is loading things slightly quicker, which is very conclusive here. No questions asked. And I think both of them are on 2G as well. Just double check that. In fact, no, the M2 supports 5G actually, whereas this one supports 2G. Yeah, it browses faster. That just melts the mind. So we'll just finish off here with a quick little multitasking for the day-to-day. And I did have to actually look into how to multitask on the M2 Note. You can see you thought I was going to get stuck there, didn't you? I know you did. Yes, I prepared this so I didn't get stuck. So let's go back to the game. This one looked a little bit quicker there, which is nice. And wow, this is the craziest multitasking I've done for a while. Groupon. Wow, a little bit quicker on the left here. And vortex. And again, the left a little bit quicker, I think. One more. Can't do too much of this, it would drive me mad. What have we got? WhatsApp. Again, no questions asked. So you can see here the K3 Note seems to be doing quite well when it comes to the apps, browsing and the multitasking, which is quite nice, and the game loading as well. So there's only the other thing to check here is the cameras. Obviously I did do a comparison which I can show you here. So in conclusion, I think that you can see for sure here the K3 Note is pretty much a boss phone when it comes to the raw performance and speed, and clearly has the advantage when it comes to the day-to-day. However, I think even though the K3 Note does seem to be a slightly more powerful device, I'm actually leaning more towards the M2 Note really for the overall kind of experience. It just seems to be there's a little bit more thought put into it, like for example the software, the icons, etc. look a little bit more interesting, as well as I like this kind of these smart things that you can do here with this touch sensitive button, which obviously takes some getting used to, but I think if you do get used to it, you'll be pretty much untouchable here. The build quality as well just seems to be more thought out, a little bit more durable, built to last, which is good. So, and also the bezels seem to be a little bit thinner here, as you can see. So you're getting a bit more screen real estate at the same size. So that's just my opinion. Maybe you value speed and performance more, then you will definitely enjoy the K3 Note. But yeah, hope you found this comparison helpful, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.